Hi, everybody. Welcome to yoga today. It's so good to see you. So good to have you be with me today. Thank you for choosing yourself and to be here with your own breath and heart and soul. It's just such a dream that I get to do this with you. So why don't we start? I was going to go back and sit back on my yoga mat. Feel free to do the same, although if you're at a chair, you could stay there too. And we'll get going. All right, I'm going to take off my glasses. And I also want to, I actually want to shuffle my cards with you and just see what our affirmation is for today. So I'm going to go back and I'll do that and we'll get started. All right. So sometimes, not always, but sometimes I like to shuffle cards just for us to just kind of build the energy and to see what our authentic intention might be. Of course, this is like more of a collective intention. You're going to do your own intention. And this is from the deck Mindful Affirmations. And I'd highly recommend this deck. It's just great. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon and anything like that. All right, I'm gonna put my glasses on and I'm going to shuffle for us. All right. Dear universe, dear guides, dear healing energy, divine universe. Oh my goodness. I already feel like I found a card because I can feel the energy of it, but I haven't asked the question. So what I'm going to do, my eyes are closed. I'm going to put it down. That is a card for us. I don't know why, but I can feel it. And I'm going to finish and ask the question. Please allow us to know what the affirmation is for us today for this healing practice. What is something that you're sending to us that you wish we should know? Please allow it to be present in this deck, in this shuffle. And as I shuffle, I can kind of feel the energies and know when I need to stop. Yeah, this one feels good. All right, so let's do the one that firstly fell on the ground because that is something when something pops out. My body and mind are healthy and vibrant. My body and mind are healthy and vibrant. So that's a great one. No wonder that popped out. And we always feel that way when we practice yoga. It's we never go, I wish I didn't take that yoga class. So that's amazing. All right. So let's see what the other one was. This is when I actually said the question, right? I am getting healthier and more joyful in every way and every day. Oh, I love that. I am getting healthier and more joyful in every way and every day. And that's just the thing. When we practice yoga, it's like the body remembers who it is, the soul is connected with the body, and we essentially just can really feel grounded in this human experience when we are inside the body. And the body's always trying to get balanced, it's always trying to move into homeostasis, which is kind of a miracle. We are walking miracles, so don't ever forget that. So I'm going to put these down and maybe we will remember them at the end and I can say them to you. I'll put them up here. And so for this very moment now, just kind of close your eyes, sit up tall, cross your legs, and we're just going to do just a little bit of breathing here, just a little bit of grounding to just start out practice. If you've already crossed your legs and you're sitting down, go ahead and recross them and do them the other way. We always seem to do it the same way. And as you feel your two sit bones ground, I'd love you to just kind of reorient yourself to the crown of your head. And you can almost like bring one hand on the crown. And when you do that, what I tend to do is to feel like a little bit of a push up to the hand. And it's like this long extension of the spine, this little bit of down motion with my hand helps me to lift up through my heart. And then you can release your hand down. And I'd love you to just kind of go more inside now and notice your emotional awareness, what's happening with that today. Not judging anything, just kind of noticing where you're at. And also notice your energy or your energetic awareness. And again, not judging, just kind of noticing. And sometimes that has a lot to do with our nervous system. So just noticing you're feeling a little bit rough around the edges with the nervous system. And maybe with the breath, we can just start to kind of bring ourselves into more of a smooth nervous system here. And I'd love you to also relax your feet, really relax your feet. And if you're sitting in a chair, your 2 feet are planted down and you're feeling the 4 corners of your feet planted. Maybe you could lift up your toes and then put them down and spread them wide. Those of you that are in the cross-legged seat, I'd love you to just kind of feel the more broad energy here of your sit bones grounding and your heart opening. And those of you in the chair, heart opening, shoulders falling back and away from the ears. Not that you're pulling them, but you're just allowing them to be. And we just kind of move into this state of awareness together. And I would really love you to take now a deep breath in through your nose and gently let it out through your mouth. Go ahead and take another deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. Amazing. Relax your jaw. And then take another deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. And let's use our right hand. Really feel like we need more grounding right now. There's a lot of energy flying around, a lot of intensity with the astrology at the moment. So each day is quite challenging, to be honest, to ground. So let's use our right hand. Let's use our ring finger and our thumb of our right hand. And you're going to block off the left side of your nostril with your ring finger of your right hand. And you're going to exhale down that right side nostril. You're going to inhale up that right side nostril. You're going to pinch your nose and hold your breath. And then you're going to exhale down the left side. Inhale up the left side. Pinch your nose and hold your breath. Down the right side. Those of you who are pregnant, don't hold your breath. Inhale up the right side. So you would just continue on. Hold your breath, everybody. Exhale down the left side. All right, inhale left up. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right up. Hold. Exhale down. All the way down. Now inhale up from the base of your spine. Just kind of see it come up from the spine. And then hold the breath. And then exhale down from the crown all the way down the right side of your spine. Right side nostril, it's still happening. Inhale up right side. So right side of your spinal column. Hold. Exhale down the left side of your spinal column all the way down to the earth. Inhale up left side. Hold. Down right side. 2 more rounds. Holding. Down left. Inhale, up left. Hold, down right. Inhale, up right. Hold, down left. Go ahead and release the right hand. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth now. Letting go of the shoulders, in through nose again. This time out through nose. Inhale through nose, out through nose. Your eyes are closed if you can right now. You're still breathing in through nose, out through nose. You're lengthening the breath and you're moving into Ujjayi pranayama, your breath with sound. It's by putting that slight constriction in the back of the throat. You allow the breath to pass through that thin space, and it creates a sound that you get to focus on for the whole time that we're together. And it allows us to feel a more, well, not even more, but it's an embodied connection. When we have the breath inside these yoga postures, it's like nothing else. It's like a deep step back from, I would like to call our life maybe the imaginary world, and say that this is our real world here. So it's like we're breathing in through nose, we're breathing out through nose. And as we start to move eventually into these postures, I want you to feel that this is your number one focus. The postures are there, they're like a best friend, but truly the breath is your motivation, is your inspiration, and it keeps you honest. Because if there's any positions that are not quite right for you, you'll know because you can tell from the breath if the breath gets challenged or if there's the edges are a little bit like sharp with the breath. It might be because the physicality is off a little bit. So the breath is just there as a barometer, right? For your soul, for your physicality, for these asanas. So I'd love you to keep that going for the whole time that we're together, in through nose, out through nose. And if you get stuck into a thought or if something rushes in and you don't even know that you're inside of it and you're going down the rabbit hole, don't worry. I mean, just the fact that you get to know that you've just done that is that enlightening moment for you. So just bring yourself back to the breath if that happens. All right, so from here now, we're just going to open up the eyes. We're going to keep the gaze soft. So just you and your mat. If you're sitting at a chair, I'd love you to come down onto your mat now, all fours, hands and knees. So go ahead and bring your knees together. I'm going to take my socks off. I feel like the socks are good if you're cold, right? But once you start to move into your yoga poses, they can be a bit slippery. It's definitely a personal choice. So I usually have 2 blocks at the front of my yoga mat. It's really great for your standing postures. And I usually put my bolster at the end of my yoga mat because I just know that it's available. It's there for me. And let's see, my glasses up high. And I'd love to also know that if you need padding underneath your knees, that you're going to give yourself that with your blankets. So whatever you have. All right, so hands are going to go underneath your shoulders. Your fingers are going to spread wide, and your knees are going to go a little bit further back than your hips are. And you're in this like beautiful all fours, hands and knees alignment here. This is called Chakra Vakasana, and it's cat and dog. So we're just going to drop the belly. This is more of the dog. Notice that your heart melts down, your arm stays straight, and then you gaze up, right? So the sit bones are rising up. You really are dropping the belly. All right, so this would be an inhale for this position. And then exhale, round up your spine. So round up the back of your back, right? Right behind the heart. This is your exhale. Inhale to arch. And you're just going to move through this very gently and at your own breath pace. So I may not even line up with what you've got going on there. And that would be perfect. Right? So inhale to arch, exhale to round. I even close my eyes. I just really love the fact that it feels like a meditation in movement for me when I do that. Again, it's a personal choice. All right, keep going. Just do one more round. Inhale to arch, exhale to round. Good. And I'd love you to just curl your toes under. All 10 toes are curled under. And I want you to be brave and just kind of sit back on those heels. I want you to go back, even the pinky toe. See if you can get it out from the woods there and just sit down. And not our favorite one, that's true. And we just want to breathe into the feet. They get really tight, especially if we've been walking a lot or been on our feet. Notice how I'm kind of coming in and out of it. I'm feeling a lot of uncomfortableness in the bottom of my feet, to be honest. So I'm coming in and out of it. But I think I'll be able to just sit back, and maybe you can too. Toes are curled under, and be with my breath. And then I'm going to interlace my fingers, heels of my hands all the way up. I'm going to open up through my heart. I'm going to let the sun shine in to my heart. I hope you'll do the same for your heart. So your arms are long, your head is going back, your chin is slightly lifted, your breath is deepening, and the sun is shining into your heart. And your sun within you is shining out to the world, right? You can feel that energy. And you're just lighting up here because you're connecting. This is your breath, connecting with your heart, connecting with your body, connecting with your mind, and also connecting with the ground and the sky. It's all here. Take another deep breath in. And on your exhale, release your hands. And oh my goodness, release these feet. Whew. When you're ready, when you feel like you've got the life back into them, you're going to slowly kick it out. Whew. Oh, I don't love that one. But we do have to do it from time to time. Right? There's lots of reflexology points in the bottom of the feet. All right. All right. Enough of that one. Let's get our blocks. If you only have one block, it's A-okay. I'm going to step my left foot forward. So step your left foot forward. If you've only got one block, maybe use one block in a bolster. Like check out where my blocks are. Maybe this is your bolster on this side and this is your block. Maybe it's a similar height. Yeah, so you could always do that. Your left knee is right above your ankle, so you want to check that one out. And you want to curl your back toes under, keeps you honest because it drops the outer right hip down. Put padding underneath that right knee if you need it. Inhale, reach up through with your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right. I just got this little rogue thing here. I want to just plug in. It's bugging me. All right. Thank you for that. All right. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. One more time. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands to heart. All right. Hands onto your blocks or one block, one bolster, whatever you got going on. Lift the right knee up. And here it is. We are finding strength in our hips. It is challenging to hold this position. Now, notice that I am using the blocks as kind of like the distance or the alignment from the floor, right? The floor up. But if I were to bring my hands off, it's still just my legs there. I'm going to do my best with this one. Hope you can too. And then moving your left foot to the left, so you're off the tightrope. You don't want to line up your feet. Lengthen your heart forward. If you know this position so well and you're like, oh, kind of bored with it. If that's you, I get it. And can you move into more of an advanced place through your mindful breathing? So deep breath in, deep breath out. Stay for that exhale. Let it all out. Inhale again and exhale. All right. So from here, what we're going to do is bring the hands up to the hips. So you're breathing in and out through your nose. You're allowing yourself to breathe in and out through your nose to find your balance. You're going to reach your arms up high. Inhale. And then exhale, reach out in front of you, hover over that left thigh, and then drop both hands down to the inside of your left foot. Notice how I put both blocks to the inside and then move the left foot to the left. And from here, I'm going to drop the right knee and I'm going to come down. And this is called hinge pose. It is an opener like you wouldn't believe. We're going to be here for just 2 breaths. Some folks will come down onto an elbow, breath in, breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. And then come on up. And I'd love you to just heel toe that left foot more to center. Bring it back and bring your blocks back out in front of you. And go ahead and just round up your spine again. So that Halloween cat, exhale. And then inhale, arch again. So you've been there. And then exhale, round up your spine and bring your big toes to touch. Open out your knees, come into your child's pose. So all the way back and just kind of wobble it side to side, side to side, side to side. And then slowly start to come down onto your forehead, like all the way down to the ground. I like to bend my elbows out to the side. You might too. I want you to just feel the tailbone descending, creating space there for your tailbone to breathe into the lower back. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Just take a deep breath in through nose and out through mouth. Amazing. Let's go ahead and stretch the arms out in front of us now and come up onto our knees. Let's work right into our first downward facing dog. So curling your toes under, bringing your hips up high, dropping your head down low. So I usually start with 2 bent knees because here's the reason why. I like my spine to be really long, right? Notice if the knees are bent, it really, if I take the legs out of the equation, the spine can get long, the heart melts down, the chin is away from the chest. So here's the thing. Sometimes people push their head down because they think that it melts the heart. Now, we do want to melt the heart, but we don't want to push the head. We want the head to just kind of be, although it is just a tad bit lifted where the ears are lining up with the arms. Okay, so there is length there. All right, I'm keeping you here for a long time. I want you to slowly straighten up one leg and then just bend the other. And then go the other way. And go the other way. Breathe and go the other way. And breathe. Oh, amazing. Anytime you need to do it, in through nose, out through mouth, that's going to release some heat in your body. Anytime you need to, go for it. Good. And then drop down to your knees. Before we go over to the other side, sit down on your bum. Take your legs wide. Looks like this. Go ahead and bring your bolster out in front of you. Go ahead and slide a bit more forward. Inner thighs roll in. Inner thighs roll in. And see if you might be able to just kind of come out a little bit further. Maybe you can bring your forehead down. I think sometimes we're able to bring our forehead down when we bring the floor up to our head. So I'm going for some support. I'm getting a couple of blankets here. I'm also going to get one of my blocks. You might need a combination of a blanket and a block. Just see what is right for you. I mean, check this out. I've got like so much happening here just to be able to get my forehead down. I just want you to relax your feet, we're taking like a little pause here in that stronger practice that we've been doing. We'll go back to it. But I just want you to drop your shoulders. I would love you to drop your feet as well. I don't want you to move into any strong position here. This is really a hybrid practice today as we relax into this yin position. And we follow the breath. Like I really want you to see the breath as it moves in. Notice how it's like a wave, that inhale as it arrives into the body. You might even take a pause at the top of that inhale before you take that long, beautiful, fun journey down into the exhale. I'm going to revisit that inhale again. All right, so there's so much given to us when we're able to rest and digest. And it is not just with what we eat, but it's what we watch. It's who we hang out with. It's what we read. So having this kind of a practice to balance all of those other things that happen in life is just so nourishing for us. Not even important. I mean, yes, it's important, but really it's nourishing. So yeah, so this is where we're at. Deep breath in, deep breath out. I'm hoping that you are supported with your forehead because that will help you stay here longer. If your head is just hanging, you'll be like wishing this over. So hopefully you can put something underneath your forehead. It's good for the pituitary gland, and it also helps us to sleep a bit better and more soundly tonight. Inhale, exhale. Amazing. And then slowly just come on up from there. It's like pretending that we never did that. It was like a little pause. And we're going to come on to all fours, hands and knees again. So have your blocks at one side of your mat and have your bolster at the other side, and come on to all fours, hands and knees. Breathe in and out through your nose, because that breath is there throughout transition as we move from one place to the next. All right, so hands underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Sometimes I bend these elbows. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it feels good when they're straight, and then sometimes a good bend into them is just all we need. So I want you to feel intuitive with your own practice when you move through these postures. And let's go ahead now and step the right foot forward. So just, going to the other side now. So put padding underneath that left knee if you need it. Curl the back toes under and see that your right knee is pretty much above your ankle. So you've got that happening. Right knee right above your ankle. And then inhale, arms up, all the way up. Interlace your fingers, heels of your hands up. Draw the belly button in and up. Move your arms further back and away from the ears. Nice straight arms. Chin is lifted. Breath in, breath out. Sink it down. Deep breath in. Reach up high through the palms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, heart center. Amazing. Release your hands down on your blocks. Lift that left knee up. Move the right foot to the right so you're off the tightrope. Now, all the weight is in the legs, but you've got this really good measurement, I would say, from the bolster or the blocks or whatever you're using. Your heart is lengthening forward. Your breath is there, in through nose, out through nose. You're feeling the right hip back, the left hip more forward. You're about to come up with hands to hips. So take your time. The balance that is required to be here is because you're breathing in and out through your nose. So reach the arms up high, reach all the way up. Fingertips are reaching up, spreading wide. Sink it down. Take another deep breath in as you reach up. And then exhale, hands to heart, and both hands to the inside of your right foot. Move the right foot to the right. Drop the left knee down. And slowly, if possible, come down onto one elbow. That's not the goal, though. Sometimes I don't even come down onto an elbow. Sometimes I'm just breathing and I'm sitting, like with my heart lifted up and sitting up a little higher here. And I can feel it a lot in my outer right hip. You might be feeling it in a different spot or somewhere similar, but just keep breathing deeply. In through nose and out through nose. Amazing. And then go ahead and lift that left knee up. Go ahead and take, if you possibly could, now that right foot back, coming into downward facing dog. Hips are up high, head drops down low, belly button is drawing in and up. You're really stretching out here. Relax your jaw. And then go ahead and drop down onto your knees. Go ahead and come into your child's pose again. Big toes touching, knees apart. This time, I want you to see if you can feel that you might be able to bring your hands back behind you. Palms are facing open and your heart is melting here. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Again, taking a moment to pause, to really feel the pauses in the day. Sometimes when there's a lot of kinetic energy or energy that is not of a peaceful manner is around us, it's really hard to be in the moment. So what I find is that practicing posing throughout my day is helpful. And we seem to learn when we practice it inside of our yoga practice as well. So that's why I really like to incorporate a lot of poses. So that being said, if you need to take another child's pose and I don't give it to you, please do it. Come up now, all fours, hands and knees. And let's go ahead, if you possibly could, and move your yoga mat close to your wall. So it looks like this. If it's not all the way exact, don't worry about it, but just see if you could, just bring it all the way over to the wall. Yes. All right. Once you do that, come up to standing. You can do this in the middle of the room. You don't have to do it at the wall, but it is so nice. The wall is like a massive prop for us, and it's a great teacher for us. So I've got all this wall space, and I definitely would love you to have similar spacing. And if you don't have it, or if you have this and a door space, it might work. It might work. So yeah, what I want to do with you is triangle pose. So I want you to bring your blocks to the outside of the right side of the foot. It looks like that. And then bring your foot closer to the block. So it's kind of touching. So right foot's there. This block is going to go behind your other foot at the heel. It looks like this. The back toes are in a bit more than your heel is. So you kind of see that the right heel is intersecting your back heel or even back middle arch. All right, so notice how I'm already tipping a bit this way. Well, let's wait. I want you to kind of feel that you've got your alignment. Your feet are really important. If that foundation is kind of off, it's hard to get the upper body correct as well. So yeah, front foot intersecting back middle arch, arms come up. All right, so take a deep breath. I want you to feel your crown reach up. And as you do, I want you to lengthen forward and lean against the wall. So I've got my head against the wall, I'm leaning, my shoulders are against the wall, my hips against the wall, I'm leaning all the way out. My legs are straight-ish, and I say ish in case you need a micro bend. If you've got hyperextension through that right knee, or if your hamstrings are tight, micro bend, please. All right, reaching all the way out, dropping your hand down onto, I don't know, the block? Or is it not reachable? I don't want you to over effort. So if it's reachable, that's great. If not, bring your hand up higher or use 2 blocks. Now, you don't even have to look up. What I want you to do is more so just bring your head back against the wall. Yeah, look more neutral, look more eye level. Head is back, shoulders are back, everything's leaning back. You feel that? Breath in, breath out. And if I were there with you, I'd press against your top hip and bring it back. I bring that back too. So you could even bring this upper arm here and bring it back. All right, bending your front knee, come on up. Oh, feel that like length. Arms out to the side, back against the wall, head against the wall. Pivot your feet. You're changing sides, triangle pose, front foot intersecting, back middle arch. Crown is reaching, breath is deepening. Take a deep breath in, reach forward, and drop your hand down, all the way down. Breath in, breath out. And remember, you don't have to look up. In fact, looking more neutral might help you bring your ribs in, your back against the wall, your right thigh back, your shoulders back, your chin away from chest, your heart lengthening forward, which means heart away from tailbone. So away from you, yeah? That's it. Take another deep breath in. Press down into your feet. Go ahead and look up. And then bend that left knee, come all the way up, bring hands to hips, pivot that left foot in. Now, come a bit more forward now, away from your wall, like a good foot. And heel toe your legs a little bit wider. Toes are in, heels are out. And from here, you're going to take your bum against the wall. So it's like 10 inches away from the wall. You want to be, because you won't be able to get your bum against the wall unless your feet are away from the wall. Okay, so your bum's against the wall, your hands are on your hips, you're leaning forward, Padarita, Padottanasana, come all the way down. And then bring your hands, slide them down, all the way down, shins to ankles, and bend your knees. I know, I'm like, what? I thought you wanted our legs straight. No, bend your knees. Bend your elbows out to the side and bend your knees. Your bum is against the wall. Your head is dropping down into the space. That's right. Lion's breath in through nose, out through mouth. Yeah, you're releasing the tension. Slowly start to straighten the legs. Do you think you can? And let the head just drop down. Maybe bring your hands down to where they're underneath the shoulders and let your head drop. Deep breath in and deep breath out. That's it. Breath in, breath out. Amazing. And now bring your hands out in front of you, all the way out. Longest down dog or longest, widest down dog you've ever done. Head drops down into this space. You may be on your carpet now, so I know it might be challenging, but just one more breath here. Inhale to exhale. Drop down onto your knees. Check this out, all the way down. You are not in child's pose. Your knees are really wide and your feet are flexed. Drop down onto your elbows. See if you could. This is all inner groins. Let me give you a side view so you can see this. Feet are flexed, knees are out. Head is, well, it can lengthen out for now. You can rock a bit more forward. But then I want you to find your courage as you start to bring your bum back further towards your heels, and you'll feel it. You'll be like, oh yeah, okay, can we just stay here for just 2 more breaths? And that's true. 2 more breaths. Inhale to exhale. Inhale to exhale. Amazing. Very slowly now. Bring your knees in together. Ease into that. Holy goodness. And then sit back into your child's pose. So having those arms out in front of you or in a prayer, I want to leave it up to you. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Go ahead and swallow. Go ahead and just feel the breath moving in and out through your nose. If you ever need to take a sip of water, I want you to feel like you could do that. Inhale to exhale. Amazing. And let's just make our way back to our yoga mat. And let's very gently bring the yoga mat away from the wall. It's just back in the middle of the room, right back how we started. And position your blocks back where they were. You're breathing in and out through your nose as you do this. And go ahead from here. I'd love you to just kind of step that left foot forward. Looks like this. Heel toe your left foot over to the right. You're coming into the pigeon pose. If your left knee bothers you in pigeon pose, come onto your back for thread the needle. So that looks like this. So just so you can see that. So any knee injuries on that left knee, I want you to come into thread the needle. Looks like this. Relax your belly. Those of you in your pigeon pose. Deep breath in and deep breath out. You can support yourself with your left side block, blanket, or anything underneath that left side bum. Sometimes I bring my forehead down onto a block. It's so nice. Just 2 more breaths here. We're not going to stay here for too long. One more deep breath. Amazing. And just change sides by bringing the right leg forward. It looks like this. And coming into it on the other side. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Heart is opening. Breath is deepening. And then come all the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Soften here, soften your shoulders, put padding underneath that right hip if you need to, a block, a blanket, something. Or skip this. Maybe you're in thread the needle because the right knee says so, right? Listen to the body, right? If we don't, oh my goodness, it tells us so through something that we don't want sometimes, right? So listening is in our best interest. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Amazing. Good. So I didn't want to stay here too long on that one because where I do want to hold our positioning is moving into a restorative back bend. So come on up, grab your props. Hopefully you have a bolster. If you don't, you're using a couple of blankets. You're doing what you can. And I've got 1 bolster and 2 blankets. Check it out. I'm going to put 1 blanket underneath where my bum is going to go. Now that's because this is too much of an arch for me on my lower back. You could be similar, and you might be someone that doesn't need that, but you need a pillow behind your head, like so. So that's for your head. All right. So you might be someone that needs both, that says, you know what, I want the pillow and my lower back does better when it's not as arched. So then you would put the blanket here, right? So check it out. I'm going to bring my bum very close to the bolster. And I'm going to hold the bolster there because it wants to go away. As soon as I just kind of do it, it'll just kind of go away. So bringing it close, holding it there, knees are up, and very slowly starting to come all the way back down. Now, it should feel amazing. If it's not feeling that way, I want you to readjust until it does. Like for me, I could probably take away this blanket. I don't feel like I need it for a pillow. And I'm going to bring this heaviness of this nice blanket onto my belly and onto my legs, because that's where I feel like I need it more. So see what it is right for you. My elbows, let's see, are they touching the ground? Yes, they actually are. But if yours are not touching the ground, I would recommend like maybe a couple little pillows underneath them, and then dropping the hands down and allowing your mouth to open and your jaw, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Notice that my legs are straight. There are so many different ways to do this position. You could bring soles of your feet together with your knees out to the side, Supta Baddha Konasana. You might decide to put two blocks underneath your thighs, like right here, to support, to bring those knees up a little higher. That's great too. Wherever you're at, allow yourself to be here, a little peaceful moment. We're going to do another breathing exercise or just some more mindfulness. All right. So we're going to inhale for 5. We're going to hold the breath at the top of the inhale for 3. And we're going to exhale for 5. All right. We're going to pause again for 3. Like I said, if you're pregnant, don't hold your breath. You're just going to go on quicker than we would. Okay. Nothing bad would happen, but they do recommend no holding of the breath for pregnant people. All right, so together, here we go. Let's do it all through the nose as well, exclusively through the nose. Notice for a moment before we do this, bring one hand to your third eye. I'd love you to just kind of give your third eye a little massage. Take it clockwise to begin with, little circle. That space between your two eyes. Just give it some attention. Breathe into that area. And if you haven't already created your own intention for today's class, now's a great time. It's never too late. Voice that intention to yourself now 3 times with feeling and emphasis. And then take your circles in the other direction. Just 2 or 3 circles. All right, releasing your hand together. Inhale for 5, hold the breath for 3, exhale for 5. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 2, 3. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing, 2, 3. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pause, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep breath in here. Let it out through your mouth. Feel the opening of your heart. Feel your breath in through nose, out through mouth, right at your heart. Same again, in through nose, and right again through the heart. Amazing. And I want you to feel that you could actually stay here, that this could be your final rest today. You don't have to do any more twists or anything like that. In fact, we haven't really done a twist. So if you do feel like you do want to move on, I am actually going to move into that twist and then final rest. But if you do need to stay, please stay and honor that feeling of actually feeling rested, which is something that we don't always tap into. So that's why I want to encourage you to stay if you're feeling that way. All right, so I'm going to roll to my right side. I'm going to keep breathing in and out through my nose. I'm going to move away my bolster and my blankets, and I'm going to eventually hug my knees in towards my chest. And we'll move into just a very gentle twist. So hugging them in, rocking side to side, breathing in and out through the nose. Let's go ahead and drop those knees over to the right side. And have that right hand grab onto the outer edge of your left thigh, gazing over to your left side, left shoulder dropping. And just really kind of molding into this shape and staying for the exhale. Relaxing your feet, whole body breathing like a baby does. Right, even their little feet move when they take that breath in. We can do it too. We can remember. One more deep breath. And let it out. Good. Inhale, bring those knees back up. You might want to scoot your bum a little to the right side because you'll readjust yourself. You'll get into an alignment. Hug those knees back in and then drop them over to your left side, all the way over. And you might need to straighten the legs a little to the left so that the feet drop. And you want that right palm off to the right side. Relax your belly as much as you're able to, and bring that left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Gaze up to the ceiling or over to the right, but wherever you are, breathe into the actuality of your twist. So breathe into that twist, into the physicality of it. So you're feeling the breath move up the spinal cord and down the spinal cord. Breath in and breath out. Now I want you to feel that for Shavasana, you got a few choices. You can come back to center and let the legs just fall all the way out, regular Shavasana. You can get your bolster, put it underneath your knees. Definitely keep yourself warm. You've also got the wall. It's right there. You can take your legs up on the wall. You can even take your legs up on a chair. So bringing the bolster in close is a big effort if you don't want to use your hands, like I'm trying not to do. And then just laying down because you really don't want to disturb your space, like overthinking it. And I know that when I get into my parasympathetic nervous system, I don't teach as much. I don't talk as much is my meaning. So you'll always know that if I've gone there. And that should perhaps only encourage you to go deeper too. So use your blankets, make sure you're warm, you're cozy, turn your palms open. If you've got an eye pillow nearby, that's great. I'm going to use my other huge big blanket as the most massive eye pillow you've ever seen. And then you just got to be really like, Gotta make this stuff up sometimes to help yourself out because it's not always going to be like this perfect practice, right? And it also makes it joyful. All right. So just kind of bringing everything down now. Just know that you did touch most of your body parts through your awareness, letting go of any expectation of how you thought the practice should look like, and maybe hopefully being settled and happy with the one you're in. And take a deep breath in here through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. And then just finding the breath as it comes in and out of the body naturally now. Like you don't have to move into any more controlled breath. So allow the breath and the body, really the body, to breathe itself. The breath to come in naturally. Taking in the healing benefits of your practice. And also at the same time, you're letting go of what's not serving your body today. You're allowing it to go off on the wings of your own awareness. It just floats by. It's like, bye-bye, off it goes. And you're left feeling lighter. You're left feeling more at ease, more connected. You're left with trusting your knowing, trusting that you know, even when you don't know. Right? So sometimes the don't know is the answer. Remember that for that moment, right? So staying or being more comfortable with the I don't know or the unknown, right? Just allowing life to happen in your Shavasana. Very gently now, just start to bring your awareness back to your body, back to your heart. Maybe move your fingers a little bit, move your toes. And just bring your awareness back to the room that you're in, the room that you're practicing in. And when you're ready, just bending your knees and gently rolling yourself to the side. And of course, if you're doing this with the recording, you might decide to just turn it off right now and stay longer in Shavasana. Everybody else is rolling to the side and then using the strength of your arms to come up, all the way up, crossing your legs or sitting back up on your chair. That's good too. Just take your time, feeling really cozy here, using your blanket, feeling the lengthening of your spinal column, the crown of your head, like an extension of your spine. And we'll bring our hands to our heart center, bringing the left and the right side of your body together in Anjali Mudra, and gently bow in to the majestic heart, the magic of your heart, and take a moment here to give thanks to all the many blessings that yoga brings to you and to all those with whom your life touches. How about we seal our practice in together? It really is so good for, again, for the parasympathetic nervous system to to chant. Let's feel our ohms from our heart. Your eyes can be open or closed. I want you to feel the totality of the sound, the vibration as it moves through the instrument of your body. The body is this incredible instrument. Let's take a deep breath. Another deep breath in. Sounds like home. Can you hear that? Sounds like home. Like you're going home. Let's do it again one more time. Deep breath in. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Keep your gaze soft. Thank you so much for joining me today. I wish we could do it again. Like we've got another hour in us. I know it. But maybe I'll see you next time. Oh my goodness. Thank you for being here. If there's been any questions that you have, feel free to always, you can email me. You can always ask me after class as well. Doesn't look like there's any today. I'm just seeing you guys and you are signing off, which is also good too. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to turn the video off now so that if there's any private questions, we can also address that too. All right. Have a great day, whatever you're up to. Namaste. Okay. Let me turn off that video for you. Let's see. There it is. And stop.